The heating and air conditioning controls are very simple to use. The up arrow is going to go up in temperature. The bottom arrow is going to go down in temperature. The passenger also has their way of controlling the temperature by themselves, so now it's independent of the driver. Auto, off. If I want to turn it back on, I can hit one of the fan modes and it brings it right on back. Mode selector, where you'd like to have the air come out either at the feet and face, or front defrost with low vents, front defrost, rear defrost with mirror, and auto humidity control. I click on menu, click on climate control, and you're going to come across a few other areas that you can change out. Maybe I want to go back to having 69 degrees and 65 degrees being the same. I'd hit the button dual off. Now it's 65 and 65 again. AC, it's the only place to turn off the AC. You have yourself a de-icing grid and an air filtration system button. And the buttons that you see up on the screen, it's kind of neat because Lexus does this purposely. We want to make a car that's easy to use. And in fact, if you look down here on the overall center stack, you have the word radio media. Well, if we look up here, you have the word radio and media. And if we wanted to control the radio and media controls, we can also hit mode, and it's going to go through AM, FM, satellite, and so forth. So we try to make it pretty easy to use, and we can also use the mouse or the remote touch to go up and click on radio. We'll turn on the radio by using the power knob. If I wanted to place a channel on here, maybe I want to go to 92.1. Return the turn dial to 92.1. I'm going to place my mouse over preset number 2. Then I'm going to hold down this big mouse. And now it's 92.1 rather than 93.1.
Everybody loves reality TV. Let's keep going.
That's how you preset a station. You can always use the remote touch controller to put in an address. And you then want to pick the state that you're living in. And you can do so by maybe going through the different Rolodex. Maybe we live in Louisiana. We could just hit Louisiana, but I'll let you go through and choose the state. City and state address or street address. What you're going to do is you're going to use it like a kind of fancy navigation portable, where you can go through and select the town or city, or you could do the street name. You can also talk to your vehicle by using the talk switch found right here. So if I wanted to go to...
After the beep, say a shortcut menu command. Say help.
Find nearby gas.
Find nearby gas. Say a number from the list.
Number 1.
Number 1. To start guidance, say start guidance.
In this case, I'm not going to start guidance, but to be honest with you, when you say the word find near, that sentence, find near, or those two phrases, find near, you can say find nearby, actually that's how you have to say it, find nearby grocery store, find nearby Starbucks, find nearby golf. You have to say find and nearby to have that work. But it's a great system. Destination Assist is not used anymore, but you could always resubscribe. If you want to resubscribe to that great feature, you'd want to call the 1-800-25-LEXUS number to get that reinstated. Anything that you use in your address, point of interest, or if you did get destination reestablished, you'd find all of your addresses in previous destinations. You can also add your Go Home. By pressing on Go Home, click Yes. Then I'd suggest driving your vehicle to your driveway and clicking Map. Then Enter, and then that will save that location to the Go Home button. Then if I were to use the Go Home feature, I would come over here, click on the talking face or the talk switch, and say Go Home, and the vehicle will route you to your destination of home. So destination, info and apps, you can download the Lexus Inform app, get connected, use Pandora, iHeart, movie tickets, Facebook, and a few other apps, all by your talk switch or by using the remote switch or remote touch. You have a setup feature where you can go in and customize your vehicle by going into vehicle customization. And you can go through different things like door lock settings, climate, lights, and vehicle settings. And then you can also go into Bluetooth to set up a cell phone. We got to then hit register devices and then add new, and then you'll be ready for pairing of your phone. If you notice, when you click on the word map over here, it'll take you out of the screen. So if you feel that, oh my gosh, I can't get out of this particular screen, I just want to go back to the map, you click it, and there it is. And if you want to use the sidebar navigation, where the little mouse is in the audio field, maybe I want to go to heating and air conditioning. I can just click on that little tab, and it's going to bring up the heating and air conditioning area. So if I want to get back to dual mode, so if I change my temperature over here a couple times, that way I can navigate very quickly rather than going through multiple screens, and take dual mode off, and now we have 65 and 65. I want to also remind you, because we're talking about the center stack, this CD player is only a single CD player. Do not try to put in more than one CD. It's designed for one CD purpose. The reason why we have a USB port down in the glove box is so that you can put in a thumb drive, and that thumb drive then can carry multiple, maybe 2,000 to 3,000 or 4,000 songs, depending upon how big the USB drive is. Mine is an 8 gig, and I've been able to get about 2,800 songs with pretty decent audio playback. You also have up in the top of the navigation in the upper left-hand corner something called a orientation. So you can be north mode up, and you're going to see that being that there's a little N right up in the upper left-hand corner. That's north mode, kind of like if you're reading an atlas, or if you want the roads to kind of turn with your vehicle, you'd want to stay on this particular screen. Glove box. Home link on the mirror. So you have 1 position, 2 position, and 3 position, and the green light that you see right here is for the auto dimming mirror. The auto dimming mirrors are going to be for the center mirror inside the vehicle and the mirrors on the outside of the vehicle. I wanted to give you a base run through this vehicle. If you come across any other questions, please let me know by email. And my email will be sent to you very shortly. And then I'll be able to address any other questions or comments that you might have. But you have a very nice vehicle, and I enjoyed going over the features that you have in this particular feature-packed demonstration. To end, you have one other incredible cool feature. You can turn this knob to Eco, and Eco is going to give you a very good mode for city driving. It's going to be for those short kind of city driving experiences where it's just very small little hops. You're not going to be using very much speed. You press for normal. See, Eco is now demonstrated or lit up in this center stack area. I have found that Eco does not work very well with cruise control. If you're going up and down large hills, sometimes you'll hear more engine noise than needed. You press normal and now you don't see Eco mode anymore. That's the mode that I use the most when I'm in cruise control. It kind of gives you a little bit of the Eco and a little bit of the Sport, giving you a very nice ride. But if you wish to have a lot more acceleration, you can turn this dial to Sport. And you'll notice that you have this red glow on the back of your dash, as well as the word Sport. And you'll have to trust me on this until you see the vehicle. It does say Sport. And that's going to give you enhanced performance off the line, or for finding that sweet spot on lane changing. This concludes the video series that I wanted to tape for you, and I hope you've enjoyed the information shared.